when you brought up that we're hateful, that we're white supremacists, that we hate Muslims.
You just gotta look at your videos.
You are spreading fear.
Every single video I've done. Every single video I've done is me just stating statistics.
No.
Muslims.
I can verify for that. Jay Faze is the man. He's the stat man. I love your work, Jay. Keep doing it.
I would never say.
That's a testimony.
I would never say
he is he's a known white supremacist. So that's
He's a white supremacist too. Look at the color of his skin.
The topic is Palestine.
Known white supremacist organization. It's all just
You're calling me a hate. You're saying I'm hateful against Islam.
Of course you are.
I'm not hateful against Islam. I'm just stating statistics.
Can you name one hateful thing he said today, sir?
I have seen so many of his videos where he's trying to present to the world that all Muslims are extremists.
No, he doesn't.
Trying to interview.
1 out of 5.
And you are a white supremacist organizer, so of course you'll do that.
Is that racist? Is that racist to say that?
I don't think so at all, Jay.
I disagree with honor killing. I'll tell you.
So do I. And so does everyone else here as well.
Thank you. You're part of the majority, but there's a large minority of people who agree with honor killings, and that you can't just ignore that.
No. What you should not be ignoring.
If 25% of Christians agree with honor killing, I'd be like, F Christianity.
Exactly.
What they think that?
What you should be focusing on, 7.6 million people made refugees. What you should be focusing on, 70 women last year forced to give birth on a checkpoint in Israel. 39 of the babies died. That's what we're here about today. That's what you should be focused on today. Why is Israel allowed to occupy a Palestinian nation? Why are they allowed to make 7.6 million people refugees from home? Would you like that to be done to you?
No, I wouldn't.
Of course not. So please focus here on that issue today.
But you brought up the whole Muslim.
No, because of your work, because what you're trying to do is position Muslims like that. You know, it's people like you who encourage those people who ran with a van over the people in Islam.
So because I say
no, because you try to
agree with this.
No.
Sir, he was just asking you questions.
It's my fault.
I'm
the one who radicalizes
violence against Muslims.
I radicalize Muslims.
Of course, no. You radicalize the white supremacist. That's what he did.
Jay Faze, the king of the white supremacists, right here. Sir, he was just asking you questions, and you accused him of turning everybody's word against him. You accused him of accusing all. I'm a known white supremacist organizer.
You are with the Soldiers of Odin. You are with JDL. We know you very well. We know your work. We know his work.
My work.
We know what you guys represent.
You think I'm racist against black people?
I think you're racist against Muslims.
I'm a white supremacist. I'm just racist against
Muslims. Absolutely.
Racist against
anyone who goes to
an
your
idea.
Anyone who goes to your website would know
a religion. How can you be racist against
I don't know. You shouldn't be. That's what I'm trying to say. Please focus today. Why don't you ask people? Why don't you go to the other side and ask them why is this
exposing facts is not racist, okay? Facts and logic come before feelings and emotion.
A video for his site, right? Why don't you talk about these people who ran with a van over in England and they said
why don't we talk about all the terrorist attacks that are being committed by Muslims, not Christians, not Hindus?
Why don't you talk about those as well? You always talk about this.
Can you name one Christian terrorist attack, sir? Just tell me one Christian terrorist attack that's happened.
Went over a group of Muslims
and that was in the name of Christianity. He was killing those people and no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. That was not done in the name of Christianity. Just because there's an attack done by a Westerner does not mean it's done in the name of Christianity. It wasn't done in the name of Christianity, sir. No, it wasn't.
It was done in the Sharia camps that were destroyed. That's the worst terrorist act.
Okay, well, you're talking about something completely different now.
No, I'm talking about terrorism. We choose what we want to see as terrorism.
So which terrorist act are you describing right now?
All the religions carry out.
No, it's predominantly Muslims. No, look at the stats. Yes, it is.
You know, it's not.
Yes, it is. Name one example of Buddhist terrorists. One example of Christian terrorists in the last 5 years. Name just one here. Where? Who did? A Christian. And it was in the name of Christianity. No, it was not, sir. You don't know your facts. Just because somebody...
Who's bombing Iraq right now? Christians.
Just because it's Christian predominant nations doesn't mean it's Christians killing in the name of Christianity, sir. That is completely different. We don't see Christians suicide bombing. We don't see Christians attacking innocent people on the street. We only see Muslims doing that.
Palestinians right now.
That's a geopolitical situation, sir.
Yeah, they all are.
Some of them are purely religious.
Well,
That's where the source of the problem is, sir. We've had wars happening across the world throughout history, but right now, one particular religion...
all national. Why do you think all these countries where people are dying are where the Western countries are destroying their land?
ISIS doesn't even want to recognize any nation. They want all the world to fly under one flag, the Muslim flag, the flag of Islam, okay? So, yes they do. You don't know... I'm talking about ISIS, sir. You don't know what you're talking about.
ISIS?
Okay, well, I'm done talking to you.
You don't...
This guy, he just wants to talk over it. You want to talk, just talk. I thought you were debating. I thought you were propagating a certain... I thought that you were here propagating a certain ideology.
Like he was telling me
Mentally ill Muslims. Mentally ill Muslims. Do you realize that around 50% of the terrorist attacks that are committed in Europe are done by university-educated Muslims?
You're debating. Education means you can't be mentally ill.
No,
you just said that. Just because somebody's university educated.
And so, and you have evidence that they're mentally ill.
Yes. Look, one of them was living in a train.
Living in a train.
Yeah, he was using the subways.
And was he one of those university-educated ones that I was talking about? Yeah.
Look it up.
What's his name?
Oh, I don't keep it on thing, but you look it up. Some of those guys that...
So I'm supposed to look up somebody, you can't even give me their name?
I don't have a memory to name the guy's name and thing. This is, you read the newspapers, you'll see it.
I do read the newspapers, and I hear about terrorist attacks all the time. Not being committed by Christians, being committed by Muslims.
There was a Christian that killed 6 men praying at a mosque.
And he did that in the name of Jesus? He was doing that in the name of Christianity? Because when Muslims kill themselves in a suicide bombing...
How many Muslims in the world?
There's what, about 1.5 billion?
1.8.
Okay. Yeah.
How many Muslims have committed crimes? Which is...
Probably less than 1%.
Oh, less than 0.0000001.
No.
So you're taking all crimes.
That you just made that figure up, and I'm not going to agree to 0.00 whatever. Okay, listen, sir.
How many acts of terrorism were committed by Muslims?
How many acts of terrorism were in the last year?
In the last 10 years.
In the last 10 years, over hundreds.
Over hundreds.
Hundreds, yes.
Let's say 200 even. Let's say 200. Let's say 200. You said over 100. I'll say 200.
Okay.
Out of 1.8 billion Muslims, how much is that? Is that 1% you're saying?
Even if
1% of 1.8 billion is?
It's a lot.
How much is 1% of 1.8 billion?
1.8 million?
1%, yeah.
Yeah.
A million. Over 1.8 million.
Yeah, and I said less than 1%, so you haven't proved me wrong with anything.
I just proved you wrong.
No, you didn't. I said less than 1% at the beginning of the conversation.
0.0000.
And you have not proved that, so I'm gonna go.
You just said there's 100. You just said there's 100. Anyhow, we're here for Palestine.
Okay, sorry, sir, your math, I can't understand what the point. I said less than 1%.
We're here for Palestine.
So, yeah, okay. Yeah, you can ask me a question.
How many people Saudi Arabia kill in Yemen?
Sorry?
How many people Saudi Arabia kill in Yemen?
I have no idea.
Oh, you have no idea.
Do you want to tell us? Do you want to tell us?
I think the number today is around over 20 days, over 10,000.
You sure you don't have it written on one of your signs there?
And they bomb the market, they bomb the funeral home, they bomb the children, the women. There is...
Hey, how's it going, man? Do you want to talk to me? How about you talk to me? You're a smart guy. I know you'll have something intelligent to say. No? So yeah, right now I'm just at the Muslim side of the protests right now.
Who do you represent?
Sir, can you just step away from me? I appreciate you not getting right in my face. I represent myself, I represent the Canadian people, I represent proud patriots of the West everywhere. Who do you represent? What do you represent?
I think I try and represent honesty and decency, and where I see oppression, which is the Palestinian situation, I feel totally ashamed of my Canadian people.
Why are you ashamed of your Canadian people?
Because we've done nothing to stop.
Nothing to stop. You should be ashamed of Canada for not stopping terrorism.
No.
Not doing anything for stopping radical Islam. If you're a true patriot of the West, that's what you'll do.
Palestinians, are you not listening? Did you not hear? It's the Palestinians who are oppressed. Their lands have been stolen.
So what do you think the Jewish people should, where should they go?
Well, the Jewish people will
The people in Israel, where should they go right now? If you don't think they have a right to their land, should they just pack up and leave and go back to Europe, come to Canada?
You're putting your views. No, I'm saying...
No, I'm asking you a question. Where should they go?
I think that the United Nations, which created Israel,
yes,
should in fact take over the occupied territories, and they should enforce a solution.
They should take over the territory. The UN should take over the territory. You are a globalist, sir. You're a globalist Palestinian supporting...
You just yell back every time.
No, you say your thing, I say my thing. That's how this works.
You just shout back. You don't really want to even hear.
I am hearing you.
And that's the trouble. People are not seeing what happened to the Palestinians.
Clearly, we completely disagree on this topic.
Is Hamas a terrorist organization?
Is Hamas a terrorist organization?
Yeah. It is officially in Canada, but is it really?
That's a tough question.
You know who formed the Hamas?
No, I don't.
The Israelis did, as a counterbalance to the PLA.
See, I've heard that before, but
They've got voted in. They had monitored. I know a Canadian friend of mine who was one of the international monitors. Hamas is an internationally monitored, elected parliament for Gaza.
And so what's your point, though?
Well, my point is that you call them all terrorists. And we don't stop to actually wonder about it. It's all geopolitical, as you call it. And I'm tired of the geopolitical. I think people's rights should come first, certainly the Palestinians.
And in which ways do you feel that the Palestinian rights are
land is being stolen? Look, people in Gaza are living in a ghetto. They have no airport, they have no port, they can't fish, they have no water.
So you blame those people's misfortunes on Israel and on Jewish people?
Oh, actually, I blame the onlookers. The bullier is only one. It's the onlookers. We allow it to happen. And their land is being... It's a slow genocide.
You're saying that the Israeli people are committing genocide on Palestinians.
Slow genocide on Palestinians. Yes.
Sir, that is absolutely ridiculous. They just want to have the right to their land. They don't want to be exposed to terrorist attacks on the daily.
If it's Jewish land, it's also got to be Palestinian land. They've got to work that out. They've got to have rights.
Sir, do you realize how small of an area Israel takes up compared to Palestine? So what is the problem there?
Well, compared to Palestine?
Yes.
Compared to Palestine?
Yes.
Palestine has nothing. It's all been taken away. What they were given in the original agreement by the United Nations has now been chopped up, it's been sliced, it's been diced, their resources have been stolen, their water has been stolen, the roads going crisscrossing it, they can't even travel. You've got to go there. You really have to go there.
Oh, well, I've talked to tons of people who have been there. Sorry.
You've got to go.
Yeah, well, I definitely have talked to a lot of people there. Honestly, I don't know too much about Hamas. It's something where if somebody asks me a question and I'm not too familiar about it, I'll be like, you know what? I'm not really too sure. I think that's the best way to go about it. If you're somewhat ignorant on a situation, don't pretend that you know something. But I don't buy into the fact that Jewish people, Israelis, do not have a right to their land. And that seems to be what a lot of people around here are saying. They say, oh, you know, Palestinians are being oppressed, blah, 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 blah. But then when I ask them, okay, well, what do you think a solution should be? What do you think the people of Israel should do? They have absolutely no solution at all. They have no way of handling that question. So I think we all want a peaceful resolve. I think the majority of the people that you talk to would completely agree that violence over there is not good for anybody. But he seems to be blaming it all on one side, which is completely ridiculous, because I support the state of Israel, and I want to know if there are people here that support the state of Israel. What do you guys think of Israel?
Guys,
no?
No, don't talk.
What do you think? No, you don't want to talk to me?
No, please.
Nobody wants to talk. Hey guys.
Sorry, no comment. Don't talk to them.
No?
Don't talk to them.
Why don't you talk to me, sir?
He's a white supremacist.
Yeah, I'm a big white supremacist.
Don't even say a word.
Why not? Why not? Doesn't that just show fear? Doesn't that just show that you're incompetent? You're unable to actually have an intelligent conversation with somebody from the other side? A laugh. Great point. Worthy of a high five right there. How long did it take you to think of that one, the high five? Did you write that one up at home? No? Are you gonna do a speech here?
He's making comment that the woman got in the back of the
Kogali, we're not gonna see a speech?
Against Muslims. That's what
You don't want to debate, you don't want to talk, you just kind of stand around, is that what you do?
You want me to go to that office and say you're harassing me?
No, I'm
Okay,
behind the
you
line.
want me to go do that?
Yeah, let's go together.
So go to that office.
No, you said we were gonna go. Why don't we go together?
Don't stop your harassment. I'm gonna go report.
I'm not harassing anybody,
You're
sir.
harassing
No,
me.
I'm asking you to talk to me.
I'm gonna tell this person you're following me around.
We can both go together.
Okay.
You'd be an awesome poker player, eh, Kogali? Okay, man, you'd be a great poker player. Hey, called his bluff. Excuse me, guys. I just want to know, what do you think the people of Israel should do? Do you think they should just get up and walk away and leave their country and go somewhere else? Or do you think maybe they have a right to their land? What do you think they should do? Sir, what do you think the people of Israel should do? Should they just get up and walk away? You guys don't have any answers? No solution to the Palestinian-Israel conflict other than just blaming Jews? Can you answer me why you choose to betray your own people? Do you think God is going to come down from the sky and hand you Jerusalem himself? Do you really think that's what it meant in the Bible? Come on, guys. Thank you.
Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm gonna meet back up with our side, the counter protesters, in a bit, but I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to see what's happening here. Sorry?
I'll put that bag on my shoulder.
Sorry, I'm just helping out my friend here. No problem. Yeah, so I'm gonna meet up back with our side in a bit, but I just want to let you guys see what's happening here. They're gonna be marching on over to the American consulate soon, and we have a huge crowd of counter-protesters waiting there. So I'm going to let you guys go and take a little commercial break, so to say, and I'll be back with you guys in a bit when the march happens and they start confronting our side. Things should get pretty intense, and I look forward to covering it all for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.